You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go!
Yeah, you're one of those people that they don't mention enough when they talk about battle rappers and battle rapper music.
Yeah, but nah, not to interject or nothing, but niggas need to mention Core in the landscape of it all.
100%.
Cortez.
That's why I started this off saying legends.
No, but not even that though. Cortez was one of the first battle rap stars. Like, I mean, like, as what I said earlier about giving back the game, you got to be humble enough to say it. When I came into the game, I was looking up to Cortez. I was a fan of Cortez. Cortez is one of the first, not one of the first battle rapper that showed me love. You know what I mean? So niggas got to understand that. Like, it sounds like, you know, people will look at who people gravitate to, but I don't really go off of that. I go off of how the story is told. How the story is told, you can't interchange it. Who people like is subjective. What people gravitate to is subjective. But the story is the story. The story is, you know what I mean, like, before it wasn't Sue Surf, before it was a DNA, before it was a Conceited. You know what I mean? Now people look back and be like, oh, how the fuck? But if you look at the story can't be interchanged. There was a Cortez before it was any one of us. You know what I mean? Cortez was the nigga that was, you know what I mean? He was in Grind Time, and even though Grind Time was a league that was like based on, you know what I mean, college and nerdy kids, Cortez was like the street nigga that was popping in Grind Time that, you know what I mean, propelled. Conceited and Cortez was a big thing when it happened. When Cortez, I fuck with DNA, co-signed me. Cortez is one of the people, aside from Sarah Connor, Swave Sever, Iron Solomon, Pumpkinhead, rest in peace, that got me in Grind Time. So niggas gotta understand the influence and, you know what I mean, how important somebody like Cortez is to battle rap. You know what I mean? Like, when I first came in the game, Cortez is a nigga, DNA, boom. You know what I mean? It's a camera. Oh, you can't be wearing that. You need to wear that. Or you need to say this. You don't need to say that. So niggas need to pay attention to that, because now you just look at the end, but you got to look at the start. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a firm believer that, like, I'm not just going to get to the end and be like, yeah, I'm DNA. But a nigga that was in my ear giving me advice, or one of my mentors and one of my coaches, like, you know what I mean? Of course, niggas see me on camera with clips more, so they'll say clips. He was one of them too. But Cortez was one of them niggas too, like, oh, DNA, you should do this. You should take this battle. You should market yourself like this. Yo, don't come outside looking like this. Niggas got cameras. Niggas is joke about, I mean, so, I mean, Cortez is one of them niggas.
And the same thing, you know, like, he had certain things.
Yeah, no, that's reciprocated.
But it's just a matter of us learning that, niggas, but that shit molded the culture, because we started figuring out certain things, and then we realized things that we do got numbers. So it molded.
But like what I be trying to tell niggas, what I was saying when I was on caffeine is like, yo, bro,
like that.
Like what niggas don't understand is like, bro, in the game, like, I'll be up 1 minute, he'll be up 1 minute, but one thing you got to keep intact is the relationship. The more, I mean, a lot of niggas. That's why I say a lot of niggas let their ego get involved. To me, money and stature, that shit is nothing. That shit comes and goes. Your integrity and what you stand for as a man is what lives forever. So this is my man regardless. Because this week, DNA is that nigga. That week, Cortez is that nigga. Through all in it all, you know what I mean?
You don't got to question it like, all
that's
right,
my man.
If there's something huge for DNA, like, let's say, outside of this, like a movie premiere or some shit like that, it's like something to salute, whatever it is, I'm going to be there, and vice versa with me. If there's something for me in my career, some game-breaking thing, 10, 15 years from now, DNA is going to be there. It's like, all right, but
yeah, like I can count on my hands, one hand, who was there when I had my baby shower for my daughter. Cortez was one of them. So, like, all the other shit, you was there. But, you know what I mean? Like, what I'm saying by that is, like, bro, I don't really, like, a lot of people go off the numbers and all that shit. Like, that shit is cool to flaunt your ego and talk your shit, but, like, the relationship and staying true to yourself and pushing forward the game is the most important thing. Like, Core is a nigga that takes the craft serious. You know what I mean? And why I say that is because before I could tell somebody, like, you know what I mean? Like, now I got a management company or I'm helping this artist. I know when I was first coming in, you know what I mean? It wasn't a nigga like, yeah, I got the game, but nigga, you gotta earn it. Cortez was a nigga, yo, DNA, you should do this, you should do that. Boom, da-da-da. So you always gotta respect that no matter what transpires after, because a nigga didn't have to do that. He don't know me from a hole in the wall. Like,
how does that feel to hear this young fella actually give you your flowers? And do you get that a lot? Like, because a lot of battle rappers they don't do that. You know what I mean? It's like,
I don't. To be honest, I don't seek it. Like, I'm not seeking it. This is just real shit. But this is shit that we speak about all the time. You know what I mean? Like, it don't have to be sad because that's why we cool with each other because it's genuine. There's a lot of fake people in this though that will try to act like they don't remember,
Right.
or you know. But you know what? That's why me and D is so cool because we'll laugh. We'll be like, damn, some moving funny. Like he forgets this, and this.
But
You
like,
know?
but like,
but we
even
don't
niggas that I
we
had to
don't-
battle with, like not trying to be funny, like even when Hollow say that, like I'm not gonna take that away from him. No, he wasn't like how I was close with Cortez or Khan or Clips. But yeah, of course, Hollow gave me game. Hollow was one of the niggas that I looked up to. Hollow was one of the niggas that I still respect. Like before I even thought of doing Get Money and Drink Water or Clover Line, Hollow was one of the first niggas to think outside the box. You gotta remember, Get Money and Drink, Get Him the Fuck Out of Here only pertains to battle rap. You know what I mean? Your average kid is not walking around screaming, get him the fuck out of here. His parent is not allowing that, even if he wants to say that. But he is allowing, yo, it's loyalty over money. Mm-hmm. People don't even understand that concept. The reason why Hollow's Clover Line was #1 in battle rap is because he thought outside the box. Loyalty over money is bigger than battle rap. That's why people got a tattoo, because it's a way of life. So even that concept in itself, to think of something that is bigger than just the battle, is genius. So of course I give credit to that. He paved the way for niggas like that. Get money and drink water. Whether you like DNA or not, you gonna get money, you gonna drink water. But that doesn't happen if it's not loyalty over money. And I could be honest enough to say that's something that I learned from. Like, okay, I see what you're doing. You're doing something that's bigger than just a slogan in battle rap. You're doing something that's a way of life.
Big fan.
So, you know what I mean? Conceited. What he did, marking himself wilding out. Like I said, Core with battle rap, one of the first niggas that have it. Charlie Clips, you know what I mean? Just, these are all niggas that are, you know what I mean, outside of, you know what I mean, ego or I'm battling you. These are niggas that was there doing it on a high level before I was who I was, that was schooling me or like, yo, boom, DNA, you should do this, you should do that.
What's the first battle you saw DNA like, alright, little nigga, he got it. He in here now.
I judged his first battle.
He judged my first battle with
Amzilla.
Didn't know this.
I judged it.
Yeah.
You judged the battle.
Me, Iron Solomon, I think Nems.
Nems. Shout out to
Nems,
Nems.
me,
Don't
I
disrespect me looking like.
And to be honest with you,
Bada bing them?
Amzilla ended up winning the battle.
He won.
Amzilla ended up winning the battle in the judge battle, but me and Solomon, I remember vividly. We was like, yo, he just has to slow down. He's too hype or whatever like that. Or like, you know what I mean? And then it was just like, yo, D, we here. And then it's like I would tell Cortez, D, yo, we pulling up. He pull up.
Cortez, Saracana, PH, Wave 7, Nems. Even though these are people that voted against me, I could have walked away with it disgruntled. I lost the battle, but all of them said, yo, nah, I don't give a fuck whether you win or not. This nigga's in grind time. They all a reason for my success.
Clearly,
you know what I mean?
best too.
Cortez called me, right? Niggas don't know the back. That's why I say people only see the now. Yo, Rome was a big deal. Shout out to Rome. You know what I mean? He got his own league. He just had Marv 1 and Quest for Cody battle. You know what I mean? Rome had his shit going on with the lip singing battle and all that. Rome is, I mean, he always had his
first compliment battle was him.
He's
and
one
Pat
of them guys.
right?
But after he battled Illegal and Charles Hamilton and Prophet, he was a scary nigga. I was coming off of a loss to Low Pesci and Little Farnham, and I was shook. Rest in peace to PH, a true story. PH had to be unbiased because he ran the league. So he was like, yo, I want you to battle Rome. And just me, because I keep it real, I wasn't necessarily scared of my skill set, but I was scared of how much people was fucking with Rome at the time.
And it wasn't fucking with
me. And it wasn't fucking with me because I lost my 2 battles that I was reluctant. Like, yo, I don't think I should battle this nigga. I'm kind of shook because they not going to fuck with me. And PH, being a professional and a real nigga, he can't pick who he wants to win or who he's going for, but he doubled back. The first time I called, he's like, yo, you bugging. I think you should take the battle. And I kind of
he was still giving us the chess moves to win the game. Like, he was like, look, he knew who the best were, whether you lost or not. So he was like, I'm still going to give
and he
DNA
wasn't going to be
this
biased, but at the same time, he's like, yo, I think you should do the battle. But it was the sense of like, I mean, I do run a league. I can't pick a horse on a race. So I'm going to just tell you, yo, you said no. I respect your decision, but nigga, I think you should do the battle. It'll work for you. DNA, you're nice. I'm like, all right, PH. And Cortez is one of the people that called me multiple times like, nigga, you bugging. You crazy, nigga? I mean, you got to go out there and da-da-da.
Isn't Rome the bomb, the bomb battle?
That's what inspired it. That's what inspired it, because niggas like Cortez was hitting my line like, nigga, you crazy, yo, DNA, you one of the best.
Because he turned it down.
Don't let this shit...
He turned it down.
Yeah, I turned it down.
And then I called like, what? Yo,
PH called Core.
Yeah, like,
because you got to remember, like, this is what I'm saying.
Wildin'.
Like, when niggas say, like, yo...
You gotta let him finish the story, nigga.
No, of course. But what I'm saying is, like, when niggas go through the... No, real talk though, Uncle Rod. When niggas go through the record book and say, like, oh, like, DNA little bro, like, it doesn't matter the stature of where I'm at in the game today. If Cortez, which he wouldn't do because he's humble, but if you ever went on record like, yo, DNA is my little bro, I'm jacking it because it's true.
Right.
So it's a call from an OG to a young OG to a nigga at the time that's just coming up. PH is calling Corey, yo, your man, your little man DNA is bugging,
your man is scared.
Your man is scared. Take the battle.
I said, scared? What you talking? Hold on, I'm gonna call him right now. Yo, boy, what's up? Yo, take this battle. You know what I'm saying? And then when he won, it was lit. I was like, see?
And I'm just not the nigga that's just saying okay, because Corey knows my personality. We arguing. Now, I mean,
what?
We arguing back and forth.
Arguing?
Yeah, whatever it is. I'm a little Italian, but no. But I've learned dealing with the camera and just developing and maturing as an individual and as a man to be humble. So people never see that side of me, so they don't know it exists. But I'm never the nigga just to say yes to something I don't agree with. So I'm telling Core my side, like, nigga, no, they don't fuck with me. I don't care about his rhymes. I could beat him, but they don't fuck with me. I'm not going in a situation where I win. Core like, yo, you got to make him fuck with you, nigga. This is what it's about. Like, you got to be able to control the crowd, nigga. You say you're a real rapper. You a real MC. You got to be able to. Like, one of the people that judged my battle was Master Ace. Now, I mean, like, this is what I'm saying. Real niggas that don't understand hip-hop is like, who's that? But if you understand what's going on, that's one of them niggas. That's one of them ones that set the foundation for what's going on today. So with somebody like that judging the battle, it's like, and then Core, PH, all them being in my ear, it's like MC, people don't even know the definition of that. That's master ceremony. That's rocking the crowd. That's being able to shake the room wherever you at. That's one of the lessons I learned early on. It don't matter who I'm going against, I gotta shake it. So that's why I say just contributions to the game. It's niggas like Cole. He didn't have to do that.
You have to look at the opportunities. Like, he might have been 17 at the time.
I was.
But he didn't realize that he was around a lot of people that could make things change. Like when you first meet certain people in this game, you don't know where it's going to take, like, how that turns out. You know what I mean? Like, it could be, I met PH. I didn't know nothing about PH. He introduced himself. He started running Grind Time. Cool. We didn't know who he knew, you know, that would bring certain eyes on us that helped expand our celebrity or our profiles at the time. You know what I'm saying? We're just battling. I already was 21, 22 at the time though. So I was like a little more seasoned, but I'm looking at him like, bro, you got an extra 5-6 years on me. You're in front of these people, take advantage of it now. So by the time you hit my age, 22, 23, you seasoned enough and like, it's lit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, bro, no, you have to do that. Like, you have to. You know what I mean? And then after that, it's like, you start figuring it out. It's like, all right, cool. My son got it. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
I hope this ain't a dumb question, but have y'all ever battled?
Just the 2-on-2.
Just the 2-on-2.
All right.
We did the 2-on-2.
Is that at a mill?
Huh?
That's close to a mill too.
Yeah, close to a mill.
Yeah.
But
NW
that's the
Lights
that's the farthest of the goal. Not even on a competitive or a skill set level. It's just Cortez.
That was fun.
Cortez is somebody that is like, it wouldn't
We're
matter.
not gonna battle.
Yeah, if me and Cortez ever have a disagreement, I will call him frustrated, like, yo, you're bugging. I think you're wrong. I'm not gonna get in front of the public and give anybody that satisfaction of saying anything to the public, because this is my brother. Yeah. Like, I take that shit serious. Anybody that's my man, you'll never get to see when something is off. That's between me and my man. Like, so I would never battle Cole.
Yeah, there's a list. That's
so it wasn't a dumb
15 minutes of fame.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go.